Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope all you are well at your home. So in this video, we will talk about the properties of solution. As you know that if I will make one of the solution, one of the mixture of solution if I will make, then what we can find actually, we can find that solution if I will take one of the beaker here, and in that beaker if I will take water, and if I will add some amount of salt into this one with the help of one spoon. I have add some amount of salt. This one is salt. If I will add that one, salt will initially settle down at the bottom, and if I will stir with the help of a glass rod, okay now, what will you see? The next beaker I am actually making, you will see that this will form one of the homogeneous mixture. And yes, homogeneous mixture is what? Homogeneous mixture is a solution. So what will you see? You will see salt is actually uniformly scattered. If I will make only one diagram for this one, so you will see that it will actually uniformly mix. Salt is uniformly mixed to form a solution. So I can show this salt as a dot. Yes, you can see this one. Okay now. So this is a solution. And you can see solution. Okay now, this is a solution, and you can see that will contain all the properties of this one. Okay now, so have its own properties. A small particle size, yes, we know that it is having a small particle size. Solution, it is one of the properties of solution. Homogeneous in nature, yes. Homogeneous means what? Homogeneous means everywhere it is same throughout the solution. You will find homogeneous mixture means everywhere you will see that salt is uniformly actually present in the mixer, so we can say this one is a homogeneous mixture. Now third one, non separation by filtration. And we all know that if I will take that example of salt plus water, it cannot be filtered by any of the filtration procedure. If salt is there, solution is there, it cannot filter it by any of the method, because it can pass through any of the filter paper. So we can say that this one is three properties we have discussed: small particle size, homogeneous in nature, non-separation by filtration. Then we will talk about the next properties. That one is very stable. Very stable means what? Very stable means if I will talk about the one of the solution, we can see everywhere salt particle is there. And if I will left undisturbed this solution for a long time, it will not settle down on its own on this bottom surface. That means the particles of salt which is actually mixed into the water is very stable. Okay now. And also the next one, non visibility of particles. We cannot see with our naked eyes, we cannot see, even with the powerful, even we can say with a microscope, it cannot be seen. Okay now. same phase. What does it mean? It has same phase, just like a liquid. Just like a liquid, you will see only the liquid medium is there. Although we know for preparing one of the solution, salt plus water would be there, but salt is a solid, but we will not see that solid is present in that case. We will see only water would be present in that case. Okay, now, so this one is same phase. So with this we can say all the properties are over. Okay, the next thing we will talk about the solubility, one of the important topic, and that one is solubility. Here, a student, you can find out the maximum amount of solute, means the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in 100 gram of solvent. Okay, na? Okay, so you can find out. Here I will actually show you by one of the diagram. You can see one of the beaker I have made, and I have actually taken 100 gram of solvent. 100 gram of solvent I am taking. 100 gram of solvent I have taken. This 100 gram of solvent is heated to fix this 100 gram water. Sorry, 100 gram water is there. 100 ml beaker is there. So I have taken 100 gram of water into this one. If I will heat that one, we will find it has the capacity to dissolve some certain amount of solute. Okay, now, so every 100 gram of liquid has some capacity to dissolve some certain amount of salt. But as soon as the temperature should be fixed, means if I am talking about 293 Kelvin, 298 Kelvin, or we can talk about room temperature. Okay, na? So if I am talking about 293 Kelvin, means temperature of this water is 293 Kelvin. Now I have stopped giving the heat to this one. What will I see? I will see this heated water, that is 100 gram of water. Okay, 100 gram of water at 293 Kelvin. It can dissolve 36 gram of solute, and 36 gram of which solute? Common salt, NaCl. 36 gram of NaCl can be dissolved in 100 gram of water at 293 Kelvin. 293 Kelvin. Yes, you can see this one is very important. Now what happens? What is the logic behind it? You know, we will have one solution. In that solution, 36 gram solute is there. 36 gram of solute. If I will increase the temperature, you know from the first chapter that temperature will actually increase, widen the interparticle space, and if it will widen the interparticle space, more amount of salt can be added into this one. And if more amount of salt can be added into this one, then what will you see? Then more addition of salt would be there. So we can say we will increase that temperature to 298, 300, 375, 400, then the amount of solute will also increase. The resolution will also increase. Now, the next thing is effect of pressure on solubility of gases in water. Okay, effect of pressure. Now, dear student, I will talk about this one. You can see this one. I have taken again the solution, or what I am taking, effect of pressure on solubility of gases. Not that solution I am taking. I am taking the effect of pressure on solubility of gases in water. So yes, I have actually water, and you know water has dissolved gases. Water has some dissolved gases, and some dissolved gases is some gases is present on the surface also. So what happens if I will increase the pressure? Okay, now If I will increase the pressure, what will you see? That gaseous molecules will go down and mix well, will mix well. So we can say solubility will just increase. Solubility will just increase. So you can see here it is written an increase in pressure on surface of water causes increase in solubility of gases in water. Okay na? Okay, and you can see this when you will open one soda bottle. When you will open one soda water, you will see that suddenly you will see some fizz is coming out. Why it is so? Because what you have opened the bottle means you have reduced the pressure, and if you have reduced the pressure, you know carbon dioxide will come out of the bottle when you will reduce the pressure. And as soon as you will apply pressure by closing the cap of that soda bottle, the pressure you are increasing, so carbon dioxide is present into that one. So you can say that solubility can be increased when we are actually increasing pressure on the surface of water. So increase in pressure, increase in solubility of gases. Okay na? So that's it. We can say about the solubility effect of pressure on gases in water. Now, thank you.